Okay, I think I'm going to start. Victor, can you give me just the thumbs up or the signal to start or not? And
Yes, I
as
think you
well,
can just start and I'll check where
yeah.
the other team will be.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone that has been on time, and we are still waiting. Maybe someone else has to be joined from the different teams that are going to join for today, the European final competition or semi-final, let's say, for Climate Launchpad. Again, I already introduced to the jury members, but I think I will do a short introduction about me. I'm a lecturer at the DCE, which is the Delft Center for Entrepreneurship of the Faculty of Technology, Policy and Management from TU Delft. And actually, I'm teaching different courses related to sustainable entrepreneurship, but also how we can assess and implement human behavior strategies to make sustainable business models more feasible. And I was born and raised in Ecuador, and I've been living in the Netherlands for already 2 years. So I'm very excited to also listen to the stories that we are going to share today. Climate Launchpad, as some of you already know, is all about unlock the world's clean tech potentials that can address climate change. And therefore, climate change needs your ideas now more than ever. A little bit of introduction, what is Climate Launchpad about? I think you're already in the world of Climate Launchpad. Just to a short nutshell reminder of what it is. It started in 2014 with 10 countries. And this year is exciting because 59 countries around the world are involved and participating in Climate Launchpad. This year, we will have 4 regional finals, and this is the event related to the European finals, which are participating 18 countries and the top 3 teams from each country. Today, we will have 24 teams from across Europe that will go through the semi-final of the global final. In total, we are having today simultaneous Zoom sessions, and there are 80 spots that these teams are looking for participate in the global final. Today, we are pitching for this theme of this session, which is urban solutions. Just to give you a little bit of introduction, what is the kind of the ideas that we are looking for the jury members especially. Cities is quite well known that cities are consuming around 75% of the world's natural resources. And not only that, but they are also producing half of the planet's waste, and they are also generating around 60–80% of global greenhouse gas emissions. That's why this theme is so relevant. And today, the main task of the jury members is related to looking for those business ideas that can help to bring a more transformation in urban environments into become more decarbonized beacons. We're also looking for innovations targeted as climate resilient cities, which nature-based urban infrastructure solutions that can help and that can tackle and combat extreme heat and urban flooding and other challenges that are related to urban and spaces and urban cities around the world and around Europe. And I think so far is what when it comes to the theme of the presentations and the slides and the pitches that we are going to check right now, how it's going to work today. Okay, I'm going to share the next slide. We are almost in time, but it's okay. And before starting, I would like to check with everyone some of the rules for this session. First, as I think Victor and everyone, I think Victor already will be there. Okay, we have someone that will be here around in 5 minutes, but I think Victor is okay for the matter of timing that I continue. Is that okay?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, thank you. First, I will ask to all the participants to rename yourself with your startup name and your own name. Mix and videos have to be off. So as a matter of respect, other people's presentations, your pitch will be announced by me, and I will share as well your video presentation. Keep, if it's the case, if you think it's applicable to your case, keep those additional slides. And Victor, who is the room boss of this theme session will give you the rights to be a co-host, so you can share that, but you can only share it for the Q&A session. And as well, the screen sharing for the team participants will be only allowed during the Q&A. After we finalize with the final pitch, and I think I have here somewhere, which is the final pitch team that he's going to present, it's H2YAM. That's the last team that is going to present. After this team, we will ask all of you, except the jury members and Victor, to leave the room. I think you already related what are the rules of the pitch, the pitches itself, but again, this is just a quick reminder. We will have 5-minute pre-recorded pitch and then 3-minute live Q&A with the jury members. And then we will have around 2 minutes to have like a small break between one pitches, so we can jump from one pitch to another pitch. And those that are going to be the first 3 top winners will be announced today during the live stream session in this afternoon. But also we will be selecting for the top 3, but then we will be selecting the top 4, which will be kind of the wild nominator to be participating for the final stage in October 27 in a month. So, and I think these are, we have a little bit more to share. We will have, if everything is on time, yeah, the break is meant to be at 12, but maybe we can make it a little bit before. And then what was going to happen in this afternoon at 1 p.m., it will be announced what would be the 24 teams that will go to the finals. And then some other details that I will also like to share. So what we are going to happen today is, like, each pitch room, we have today 4 jury members that I will also ask them to introduce in a moment. And you have the assignment to choose the top 3 that go to the semifinals of the global final. As I mentioned, that will happen on October 27. And then the top 1 from each room today will get we'll have to pitch again this afternoon. That will happen around, as you will see, from 2:30 until 3:45 in front of a new jury for cash prizes. What about these cash prizes? First prize will be around a total of 1,500 euros. For the second prize, we will have a prize of 1,000 euros. And for the third prize, lastly, we will have 500 euro prize. Plus, as I mentioned before, we have you also have the assignment to choose the 4th place for each for this theme session that will also be presenting in the ClimateLaunchpad as a wildcard nomination. This wildcard nominee will be in the running for one of the extra wildcard spots that are meant to happen for to have a chance to pitch at the semifinal of the global final. This semifinal is not live stream, but this afternoon's final with the top 8 will be mainstreamed. And I think if Victor can share the link, will be really nice to share in the chat box. And just and also want to address a big thank you to our partner, which is Bank of America, that is supporting this regional final Europe. And some other details that I can also share about Climate-KIC, which is also relevant, that is growing around the world and also in Europe. Last year, we have 55 countries participating globally, and this year we are growing to 59. When it comes to Europe, we also see an increase from 15 countries participating. This year we have 18 countries. And I can share as well, when it comes to gender-based participation on the Startups Foundations, is also increasing from slightly increasing from 27% to 28% female representation in on the teams that are related to the startups. In terms of globally, and also in terms of Europe, we also see an increase of 2% between 2019 and 2021 and 2022 from 30% to 32%. I think I have covered everything. Maybe Victor. Yeah, the link for the mainstream session, but we can share this link as well later on when we are closing the session. So I would like to.
Maybe in the meantime, is Sergey Slavinik in this call from Migo Electric? Because I thought I saw his name a few minutes ago, but I can't see him right now.
Yeah, if we can check, like everyone is here from the 5 teams, sorry. I just wanted to check if you can just confirm in the chat box or directly with Victor that we have the representative of Migo Electric, System Dynamics, Ginger Air Gods, Max AH, and H2YAM teams,
Okay,
please.
someone said to me he'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
But all the other teams are present.
Okay, perfect. And I think just to give you a short notice, we are going to start with Migo Electric. So if you can be ready for the moment that for the Q&A for your team.
Yeah,
but
that's
first,
the one that is not present right now.
Okay, if he's not present, we can continue with 16 Dynamics.
Yes.
Okay, but first, starting with the objective of this session, I would like to give the floor, the online floor for sure, to our jury members, and I will ask them to introduce themselves. If for a matter of time, if you can do it in 1 minute, will be perfectly fitting this session. And we can start with Arjen.
Thanks, Fatima. Morning, everyone. So my name is Arjen. I studied aerospace engineering in Delft, joined Shell as a project manager for oil and gas construction projects. Worked there for about 10 years. Then I joined McKinsey & Company, and that's been 5 years ago now, working on a whole varied range of topics. Yeah, really looking forward to today.
Thank you, Arjen.
Thank you.
Maybe we can give the floor to Eric or Parisa.
Sure. So I'm Eric, one of the co-founders of Iron Roots. We make an alternative to synthetic sportswear. We actually did the ClimateLaunchpad event and participation, I think, around 5 years ago already, 4 to 5 years. We won the Dutch finals of the competition, and then there was only a world final, not a regional final, which we didn't win, sadly, but we got lots of experience and learned a lot of different things from that. Very much looking forward to all the pictures of today.
Thank you, Eric. It's really nice to have former participants in ClimateLaunchpad now having a different role, which is super nice. And now I want to welcome Parisa. Can you introduce you as well?
Hello, everyone. I'm Parisa. I'm at the entrepreneurship team at Climate-KIC. I'm working as a project manager and mostly working with CLIM accelerators and EIC and GIZ. But very happy to be here today, involved as a jury in ClimateLaunchpad. I'm based in Vienna, and I have technical background. I studied physics and materials engineering before in the Netherlands. Very happy to be here.
Thank you, Parisa. And now is the moment for Suban. Would you like to share a little bit to introduce to the audience of today?
Yeah, hello everyone. I hope I'm clearly audible now. So my name is Shivam Sethi and I'm from India. I did my master's in electrical engineering from Delft and wind energy technology from NTNU, Trondheim. Well, I was involved during my master's. I was involved in a lot of entrepreneurship activities and was also active in a startup incubator in Copenhagen. At the summer school in Portugal, which was European Innovation Academy and was organized by in collaboration with US universities and Google. Currently, I'm working as an R&D engineer in Sweden for HVDC systems development. And I'm also leading the Swedish country chapter of a non-profit, which is called Yes Europe, and it is focusing on increasing the youth involvement for accelerating energy transition. And I really look forward to this event today and hearing all the exciting pitches from the participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shubham, and I really appreciate your timing and your and all the expertise you're bringing to this session. And I think it's really brilliant to have all of you as well. And I think it's a coincidence, like everyone has been directly or indirectly connected with TU Delft or with the Netherlands somehow. So I think we can continue with the next order of the pitching sessions that will happen today. And I will ask Sergi, I think we already have you in the room from Migo Electric. So we will start right now with Migo Electric. That means, in other words, that I will start with their pitch video. Good luck, and hopefully we will have the 4 main themes that will go for the European final. And as we have, this is one of the most important statements that Climate Launchpad has: fixing climate change one start at a time. So let's give the room to...
To begin with, I'd like to tell you that to date, there are almost 11 million motor vehicles registered in Ukraine.
I will start again, because there was like some delay on the video.
Hello everyone. To begin with, I'd like to tell you that to date, there are almost 11 million motor vehicles registered in Ukraine. Only 1.4 million of them are ICE trucks of various payload capacity. As you can see, that is not even 1/5 of the total number of vehicles in the country. Nevertheless, it is trucks that are responsible for up to 80% of exhaust fumes emissions in the world. Now imagine that over time, all of these trucks could be replaced with all-electric vehicles. We, a team of engineers from Mykolaiv, believe that it is possible. I am Lada Gogoleva, the PR manager of the Mega Electric team. We sell light and medium-duty electric trucks to companies engaged in transportation of any goods at an affordable price. I'd like to point out that our main innovation is the total optimization of our trucks to achieve the minimum price and maximum functionality. Our technological potential lies in development of regional engineer solutions to achieve a new level of reliability. On the other hand, we rely on simple and practical construction of our modular trucks, thus ensuring the maximum flexibility of our production process to meet the needs of any customer. Our beachhead market is represented by all the Ukrainian companies that perform transportation of goods, equipment, etc. However, our primary focus lies on the logistics fleet operators. Having introduced our product to the Ukrainian market, we plan to expand to the neighboring countries and further. The affordable price of our trucks results from our deep understanding of the customer's needs, which we are able to adjust to in both domestic and foreign markets. The most significant advantage of our electric trucks for the customers is that they will be able to minimize the transportation expenses while also reducing CO2 and other combustion products emissions in the atmosphere. Moreover, our trucks can be charged directly from a household network, which means that a customer company will not depend on the high-voltage charging infrastructure. Our trucks are built to precisely fulfill the requirements of the customers and last long. That means that the main characteristics of the trucks, such as exterior, motor power or battery capacity, can be changed to satisfy a particular company. When constructing our trucks, we adhere to the following principles. Minimalism. The simple engineer solutions ensure our model's reliability as well as flexibility to provide extra features a customer could require. Modularity. Our truck's frame is suitable to transport any goods from bread to sand, whereas the truck's payload capacity varies from 500 kilos to 2 tons. The frame can be lengthened to accommodate any body type. Right to repair. Even though we are prepared to provide the repair services for our customers, they will also have the right to turn to any other company of their choice, which means we do not impose our services on the customers. We have surveyed 20 potential customers represented by logistics companies and other enterprises. Our assumption was that the customers will be attracted by the affordable price of our trucks as well as their low maintenance costs. The customer interviews have confirmed our assumption that the affordable price we offer increases the possibility of our product's purchase. The most important incentive for a customer to switch to electric propulsion, however, are the significant fuel savings. The cost price of our most affordable model, the Courier, amounts to €7,000. Saying that, we are aiming at the net profit of €1,000 per car, which is well justified in the current market environment. If after the first 4 years of operation we will achieve the sales rate of 8,000 electric cars per year, we will be able to count on €8.1 million of annual profit. To continue, I'd like to emphasize that a medium-duty truck with the IC engine volume of 2 to 2.5 liters emits an average of 11 kilos of CO2 per 100 kilometers. Meanwhile, a Courier class truck can average around 30,000 kilometers per year. That means that if tomorrow 10,000 ICE trucks were to be replaced with our Courier models, which are powered by renewable energy sources, the atmosphere could be spared 33,000 tons of CO2. In conclusion, our team members are experienced professionals and patriots of their home city. We know how to organize the electric truck production and eventually expand it to the international level. That, however, requires around €1.3 million worth of investment. One of our goals is to transform Mykolaiv into the capital of Ukrainian electric mobility, which includes production of various types of electric vehicles and creation of jobs for thousands of people. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so we just has finished the first speech, and we had the pleasure to listen to the story of Lada Kokholeva, that she's representing Migo Electric, and which is also the PR manager. And now we also have in the room, I don't know if Lada is here in the session, but we have, if I'm correct, Sergey Selivanik, the founder and the CEO for Migo Electric, is also joining the session. So I think what we can do right now, and I just wanted to continue, now we can open up the Q&A sessions with our jury members, and I will ask Victor to help me out as well with the timing to manage the three minutes of the Q&A. So we can start right now, and I will welcome our brilliant jury members to start with their questions.
Shall we just start questioning, or is it you'll ask us?
Is the jury members, that means Parisa, Suban, yes, Arjen, and Eric, you can bring your questions, but for that we have 3 minutes. So what I can do, just give me a moment that I'm like, okay, we can start right now. So I just wanted to clarify who will be the person who will be answered from Migo Electric. I guess it's Sergey. Can we confirm?
Yes, I guess that would be me today.
Okay, yeah, it's perfect, because I cannot see who is who. I cannot see your faces because okay. Okay, so we can start right now. Victor, he will start the timer right now, and we can start.
I have a question, but I think Parisa, you also had one. Shall I just go ahead?
Yes, please go ahead.
So it seems to me you're in the business of electrifying trucks, but I think everybody in the automobile industry is working on that exact problem. I mean, Tesla and the other Nikola, but also the BMWs and the Renaults, and everybody's doing it. These companies have a lot of money, a lot of engineers. Why do you think, you could do it better than the big companies?
All right, so the first thing that I like to point out is the fact that they'll have to rebuild their whole production process to come into this market, and that requires a lot of money, whereas we can go into this market right from the start. If we have the investment, we would build the line just to go into this process from scratch. And secondly, you said that they're working on all of that, at the same time, it seems that there is not a lot of interest from these companies to this problem, because they already have a successful market and are not exactly coming into the electric truck niche at the moment. So I believe that we have a chance to do that first. At least the smaller trucks, the light duty trucks, that is not what they're working with. For the small delivery companies that, for example, have the driving range that just need to make a route of 30 kilometers a day. And that is what we are going to start with.
Okay.
Thank you for the question.
Can I ask one as well? One interesting point, I think, in the electric vehicle industry is the charging infrastructure, right? So if you have only a few options available for your customers where they can charge the products, for example, there might be a barrier to entry as well for them to switch to EV. Do you have a solution for that, or how are you going to tackle that?
Yes, that is a very valid problem. A very valid point, but as we have mentioned, our trucks can be charged from the domestic network. So the customers don't need a special infrastructure to be built in the Ukraine to use our trucks. They can just use the sockets that they have at home or at the office.
And I have one more question also still regarding the customers. So I think you touched upon it a little bit, but I was wondering from their perspective, why would they, they choose you and not what is besides the price, which would be a decision factor for them?
So yes, first of all, it's the price. Second of all, there are no alternatives in Ukraine at the moment. Basically, what they have to do is to buy very expensive trucks from the established manufacturers, but these trucks are, again, very expensive and they are overpowerful. So they don't need to give such amount of money for the abilities that they want to use in their everyday work. So as we have said, for example, a 30-kilometer route is what they need. And the trucks that they'll give millions for, if they buy them from other huge manufacturers that already exist, they won't use the opportunities, the power that these trucks possess.
And do you have any plan how you're going to go to market outside of Ukraine where these issues wouldn't exist?
Yes, obviously, of course, we have the plan, but that we unfortunately can't do on our own. We need the investment to build the line to adjust to the needs of other countries. So we obviously will have to research the market to understand better what exactly we need to build for them.
And do you have an estimate how much investment or fund you still need to get there?
Yes, so according to our estimates, we would require 1.3 million euros.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Parisa, and thank you, Lara, and as well, Sergi, that you are representing MiGo Electric. And thank you for the really nice, to the point questions. I would
Thank you for the
ask.
opportunity.
Thank you for participating, Lada. And I just will kindly ask to the next round of Q&As to keep in mind the timing. But if there is like a additional question that is happening very close to the 30-minute timing management that we have, we will let that questions to come along, but no more than that. Just keep that in mind. Then we have the next startup, and I would like to give the room to Max AH, and I think they are also coming from representing Ukraine in these European finals. I will start again. Sorry for the kind of the delay that is happening with the videos. It's just a start playing, but we will start right now. Are we all ready? Maybe I can, if you want to bring thumbs up or an okay, yes, we are all on track finally.
Dear all, greetings from Ukraine. The world around us is full of degraded battery waste. 49% are lithium iron phosphate batteries, further named LFP. 200,000 tons today, 500,000 in 2030. with a decay period of 500 years. It's a global catastrophe, even more terrifying than the plastic waste one. We launched MEXA, clean tech startup, to recycle degraded LFPs and recover the cathode material, making it reusable. My name is Alexei. Today I will lead your journey to the universe of MEXA. Using own MVP-proven organic technology, we recycle degraded batteries and recover cathode material to 100% virgin mined once efficiency and aim to sell it to global batteries and energy cells manufacturers at the cost of €8,000 per ton. MEXA innovation and technology potential scaling is to recover other popular battery types cathodes, for example, LMO for consumer electronics, introduce universal Ukrainian origin graphite anode, and modify mention with already developed pompon type graphene. Corresponding to the customer portrait, total addressable market for LFP cathode is estimated at €8.37 billion, with a compound annual growth rate of 25.6% and prospected to grow, driven by the global electrification trend. MEXA €1 billion beachhead market combines EU7 countries where a valuable part of leading global battery manufacturer production site is located and being constructed. 80% of new cathode material market is concentrated in China, while only 20% in Europe and US. Dealing with cathode recovery of local battery waste, MEXA supply chain excludes China-related bottlenecks for each beachhead market. Moreover, gives a full cycle from degraded battery to recovered cathode as one-stop solution, unlike multiple-step and location pyro and hydro extraction-based recovery technologies, offering 25% lower cost. MEXA product is made to resolve battery waste catastrophe, as to get 1 ton of degraded cathode, we recycle 3 tons of degraded batteries and make recovery even more environmental friendly and totally waste-free. MEXA Pro's relevance would be theoretical without the organic feedback of beachhead and some market players, so 100% of respondents value MEXA recovery cathode positive carbon footprint. 92% mention cathode purity and conductivity as a first-hand parameters we achieve without additional purification stage. 84% mention 400 to 500 tons as minimum annual demand, which gives us an understanding of our own minimum annual production capacity. What's more, 91% mention target cost per ton in a gap between 9 and 11,000 euro, while our cost is 8,000, which allows either a higher profit margin or again demands more production capacity. As a result, 89% of respondents express commercial piloting and further procurement interest. Now, the main challenge is to get investment to commercialize our recovered cathode. In year 5, selling at least 3,500 tons to 7 industry partners with a 40% beachhead market share, MEXA profit will be almost €18 billion. 40% market share. This way means supply contracts, but not a single supplier status due to a partner supply chain policies and overall high demand. The key drivers confirming mentioned prospect are sharpest growth of battery waste, which is 15% annually. Global state regulation will drive manufacturer towards systematic battery waste recycling and recovery. Doing sustainable business is an outline of United Nations Organization goals to transform the world. Finally, coming up to MEXA tech cycle for cathode recovery. In comparison to virgin mined materials, which is 95% of material market share, and pyro and hydro extracted based recovery, which is only 5%. So 70% less CO2 emission, 65% less water, and 70% less energy consumption. Moreover, MEXA standard operation processes reduce and recycle at least 12,000 tons of degraded battery waste per year. Sergey Dubinevich, MEXA founder and CEO, chased 2 dreams. First is commercial, evolve to trusted material supplier for top 10 battery makers and become a unicorn in year 10. Second is environmental, to create more efficient and cheaper green energy storages, solving the existing degraded batteries waste global problem to bring a carbon neutral future for businesses and society. Let me finalize with the MEXA team. CTO and co-founder, Mr. Vyacheslav Zinin, Chief Scientific Officer, Ms. Elena Shembel, Chief Marketing and PR Officer, Vlad Alexeyev. Lastly, the Chief Business Development Officer, Alexei Korzenko. It's me in front of you. Thanks for inspiring atmosphere. Let's move together to the question and answer session. See you in person very soon.
Brilliant. And I have to say thank you. I think we count with the presence of Alexei Korzenko, as well has been also representing Max AH is also present here in this session. And I think we can, if our jury members and as well Alexei, I don't know if there is another representative from the same startup. to tune
There
on
isn't.
and
It's me.
it's only you. Okay.
Yes.
That's perfect as well. I just want to check like our jury members are all prepared to come up with their questions. You are also prepared, and I will also cross check with Victor that we are going to count down the timing, and if we have like a yes or thumbs up in our chat box, that can help me to manage that we are all on track to start the second round of Q&As.
Okay, I will launch a presentation as a final slide in order if question will be related to my backups, I will show them. Okay?
Okay, so you would like to share a slide?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Victor will make you right now, I think, co-host, or will give you the rights to share
Thank
the
you.
slide. Just give us one moment so we can.
I think you should already have the rights.
Okay.
Could you try?
No. Still not.
Okay, let me check.
Fatima, can we do
Yes.
that if one of the judges has a question, we just raise our hands in the reactions and you just pick somebody, because we can't all ask questions within the 3 minutes.
Yes.
So you just go to the reactions on the bottom of the screen and you say raise hands. And
Okay, I have to check the
then-
reactions. Yeah.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect, because otherwise we cannot.
And if everybody has a question, you just pick somebody.
Okay,
Didn't
I will
speak
do
last
that.
time.
Okay, so we cannot do it. Is it?
Demonstration is still not possible, but
Okay, we can just continue.
Okay, yes, please.
Okay, so I will invite the jury members if you can raise your hands to encounter or bring your questions to the Q&A. I will be checking.
Everyone has them raised, I think, right now.
Okay, we can start with you, with Subhan, maybe that, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for the presentation. Actually, I was wondering, so a lot of companies have started to look into the cathode recovery and recovering other elements from the battery. What do you have some sort of patents to maybe protect the processes from someone with more money to maybe just getting into this business area with more money and just maybe becoming a bigger competition to you? Do you have something to stop a competitor from doing that?
Yeah, that's a brilliant business question. Yeah, we have 5 patents available regarding 2 of these technology and 3 to the next Mexa scaling, because we also do much with the graphene, like lithium-sulfur batteries, Stelvin prototypes. Yeah, but yes, we have a patent that's a Ukrainian and European, and then the investment will be needed to proceed with like a property rights. That's a great stuff.
Okay, but on that note, with the European patents, since you're also trying to be a competition to the Chinese market, I assume the European patents would not be applicable in the China.
Sure.
So how do you like look into that? Have you investigated that aspect, or?
Yes, sure. In our roadmap, we have a certification and internal property rights like protection. That's a step of a roadmap which goes first, together with the laboratory equipment assessing and choosing. Yeah, to order it. Yeah, that's in the roadmap. I would show you the slide, but it's not possible now. Yeah, it's in the roadmap.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, maybe someone else can go. Fatima, please. You can.
Yes, maybe we can, if Arjen or Eric or any, because I cannot see your reactions in the chat. So I'm also asking Victor to help me out with that. But if we can bring Eric to the Q&A, will it be possible?
Sure, but I had the same question that was just like, so Ari, you can go ahead.
Okay, can we continue with Parisa maybe?
Yes, so I wanted to ask more about because what I understand is that this is like recycling process, right? So you need like a supply base, and then are you going to sell to the same as those as you are supplying your material from, or is these two are different, and how you're approaching these two?
Okay, you're right, Parisa. It's two streams. First, when government drives manufacturer to do something with their waste, so recycle and recover them. Yeah, if they want to get the material more environmental friendly, that's one stream. So we get contracts with the suppliers. They supply degraded batteries. We recycle materials not related to cathode, yeah, to make it totally clean, and then recover cathode and sell to them. That's one stream. And next stream is European battery junkyards. So we also do a partners network, grab the degraded batteries in amount we need right now in order not to invest money in much warehousing, and do the same process, recycling. Also, yeah, when you got a lot of materials from battery like plastic, copper, etc., we also have a partners network to proceed with the recycling in this case. That's like that. Two streams.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paris.
Okay, thank you to Parisa, as well to Alexi and to Suban. I think we have finalized the round of Q&A. And now I would like to invite Ginger Ergot, and I think we have Ronan Boyle in the session. So I will start with the next startup.
Hello, everyone. I am Alex, and I'm going to speak. Hello, everyone. I am Alex, and I'm going to speak about sustainable maritime mobility. Relative to other means of transportation, maritime mobility has fallen behind in the energy transition. This is particularly
I think you have the wrong
for
video
small
showing.
artisanal professionals.
Okay, I think there is like, this is not Ginger at all. And I think
I can
there
confirm.
yeah, we can confirm. So I'm just going to retract on that. And I think we have right now, according to the order of the slides, we have A2 YAM. And I think we have in the room Alexander Mark. Am I correct now?
You are correct. I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, so now these are the perks of doing everything online. So this can happen, and this is real
No
life.
worries.
So no worries about that. And so we will start right now with you, Alexander. I think you are also the one who is making the pitch video.
Correct.
I will
Yeah.
start all over again. No worries.
Hello, everyone. I am Alex, and I'm going to speak about sustainable maritime mobility. Relative to other means of transportation, maritime mobility has fallen behind in the energy transition. This is particularly true for small and artisanal professionals who have no economically viable solution to decarbonize their operations. Developments to date have been focused on innovative technologies that lack the local availability, the economies of scale, and the maturity needed for small operators. And that's where we come in. Our deal is simple and straightforward. We sell engine conversions to professional ship operators, taking them from fossil fuel combustion to hydrogen gas combustion for 19,500 euros per engine. We also provide maintenance services for 490 euros per engine per year, generating recurring revenue and reinforcing our business model. Our beachhead market is professional oyster farmers and fisherfolk in the Aquitaine region of France. There are local subsidies for these professionals to decarbonize their operations, as well as for the development of hydrogen infrastructure, making it an ideal ecosystem for HIAM's launch. We've already obtained 2 letters of interest, 4 sponsorships from municipalities, and we're in discussions with the local trade union demonstrating strong interest in our offer. Nonetheless, we can and will expand our offer to include boating, transport, and tourism operators throughout countries where carbon taxes and fossil fuel regulations incentivize emissions reductions. For ship operators in all our target markets, our solution is simply the quickest, the easiest, the cheapest way to drop carbon emissions to zero, period. This comparison of engine and maintenance costs over a 10-year period highlights the advantage of hydrogen combustion over currently available alternatives. This economic advantage holds true even when you account for fuel and storage systems. Suffice it to say, in comparison with electric batteries and hydrogen fuel cells, ship operators no longer need to make significant changes to their ships, their assets, their operations, nor do they need to wait years for an economically viable solution to arrive. Simply said, what we offer is a technology they master that respects the environment from which they earn their living at a price point that they already pay today. This is possible because our conversion is equivalent to standard engine maintenance. Based on a patented French technology, we simply swap out a limited number of parts from the engine and the fuel injection system to make them compatible with burning hydrogen gas. Thanks to the simplicity of this operation, we can convert boat engines to go green in a day. But not just any day, tomorrow, as our technology has already passed qualification testing and is scheduled for first vehicle integration this year. To date, we've conducted more than 20 interviews with stakeholders throughout our value chain. And what we discovered was that oyster farmers in Aquitaine are mindful of climate change and have been experimenting with electric mobility technologies since 2015 for that very reason. The feedback we got was fourfold and unanimous. Electric is just too expensive, doesn't provide enough range, it doesn't provide enough power, and it's too unfamiliar as a technology. It was this customer feedback combined with perceived operational risks that drove us towards hydrogen gas combustion as a solution to begin with. In year 5, our financial projection is 1.6 million euros in annual profits from our beachhead market and the conversion of 2,250 engines. Our key drivers are our selling price, our cost to build, and our ability to capture market share. Hopefully, you already have a sense for the potential scale of impact of our solution. It can provide total decarbonization for ships across the globe wherever green hydrogen is available. Our initial calculations indicate our beachhead market alone can save up to 27,000 tons of CO2 equivalents per year. And if we look at individual motors, each conversion is equivalent to taking at least 3 cars off the road. With my buddy Hervé, our dream is to help maritime communities worldwide, like the ones that we grew up in, establish a new balance with their ecosystems by converting at least 2,000 engines before 2027. To do so, we've already partnered with established actors in marine operations and hydrogen delivery. And together, I am making maritime mobility sustainable, not by 2050 or by 2030, but by tomorrow. And with that said, I thank you all for your time and your attention.
Great. Thank you to Alexander. I think we count on you in this session. And as well, again, I think we are still on time. And so I cannot see, for the record, I cannot see the jury members' reaction. So I think Victor will help me, who is raising your hand for bringing your questions. So I just wanted to cross-check first if you, Alexander, are here, you are ready to answer the Q&A. And
yeah, no, I'm here and ready to answer the questions.
Okay, so I think I will bring first Eric questions and then RJ questions.
Sure, Eric.
Sure. So thanks, Alexander, for the nice presentation. Really like the idea of modifying the ships. I was wondering, you told earlier in the pitch that you had 3 letters of interest. That probably means that you don't have paying customers as of right now. What are the steps that need to be taken to get to those first paying customers?
Yeah, so we have a demonstration phase we need to do on an actual ship. So our engine technology has gone through qualification testing on a test bench, but it actually has to be integrated into a vehicle. We have to do maneuverability exercises. And that's really going to be I think the point of convincing our clients that this is actually something that they can start using tomorrow.
All right. And is there some financial need for you to still achieve that, or is it just a matter of time before that?
Yeah, well, so we need the funding to finance that demonstrator. So overall, we're looking to, if we include the demonstrator plus surviving the first couple of years until we hit profitability, we're looking at 850K in private sector financing.
Right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the presentation, guys. It looks very good. Can you tell me something about the storage of the hydrogen?
Sure. So we're going with compressed gas. We're trying in a sort of a first phase to absolve ourselves from the technical risks associated with the storage system. So relying on commercially available technologies. In terms of form and integration, it's basically, if anybody's familiar with scuba diving, they look like basically, metal bottles that that contain compressed gas. So these things are all already certified, qualified to the environment. So it's just a question of sizing it per the use case of our particular client and then physically integrating it onto the ship.
So what do you think, what kind of size? So if you compare a typical fuel tank and range to your cylinder solution with hydrogen and range.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
So from a volumetric point of view, if you look at standard gasoline versus compressed gas, compressed gas comes in two readily available pressures, so 350 bar, 700 bar. In terms of the energy proportions from gas to hydrogen, you're looking at about a 5-to-1 ratio for the 700 bar or a 10-to-1 ratio for the 350 bar. So there is a volumetric compromise to be made. That said, we've already checked that, you know, if you're thinking about operational practices, these guys on average do fill up their tank about once a week. They would be required to do it 3 to 4 times a week with a solution that's not too cumbersome in terms of the actual physical occupation of space.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, I think we do not have more time for an extra question. I wish Paris and Span could intervene as well for the next round. And now I'm going to share again because it was okay, now we have again, and I think the next team that is going to present is 16 Dynamics. So I think we have Orkun and Oytun as well in the session, and we will start with the next video.
Hello there everyone, we are 16 Dynamics. Today we are going to introduce our project to you. Hello there everyone, we are 16 Dynamics. Today we are going to introduce our project to you. As a startup, we produce and sell autonomous and electric tractors to our farmers for 20,000 euros. In addition, we offer the maintenance and repair services of the tractors we produce to our farmers. We think that Turkey, which has an agriculture-based economy, is in a good position to enter the market. After 5 years in the Turkish market, we aim to gain a foothold in Azerbaijan and Syrian market as well. And 10 years later, we will expand to countries such as Iraq, Ukraine and Iran, and we will gain a large market share in the region. We are going to produce our vehicles for 6,000 euros, which is the most basic model. But also there are some extra outcomes like marketing expenses and etc., which is total of 6,333 per vehicle. And the selling price is going to be 20,000 euros. We aim to gain 40% of the market share, which equals to 503 customers. And if you do the math, all makes us gain 1.3 million euros in the first year. Our product is an unmanned ground vehicle, which is suitable for terrain conditions. Our vehicle has been developed as 8x8 in order to provide high performance in the field. Thanks to its independent suspension, it can move easily on all types of terrain. With the charge control system inside the vehicle, it can be charged through an ordinary socket without the need for a fixed charging station. As a reflection of electrical vehicles, the use of which is increasing rapidly in daily life, we have developed our tractors as electric. Thanks to being electrical, it goes a long way on zero carbon emission and zero waste emission. With its replaceable battery block, our vehicle can continue to operate without waiting for any charging time. By creating a route with the mapping interface, the vehicle can be operated fully autonomously. With internet-based unmanned control systems, our farmer can easily control the vehicle via our mobile application wherever he is. The roof of our vehicle is completely covered with solar panels. Therefore, our vehicle is able to charge its batteries and thus it can run completely free of charge without need for any external charging. We plan to increase our income in parallel with the number of vehicles we produce from year to year. The cost of the base model of our vehicle is 12,000 euro and the selling price is 20,000 euros, excluding taxes. Although the capital required for the establishment of the production line is 100,000 euros. It will reach the break-even point within the 6 months after the start of production. Our project can be described as a tractor in general terms. It provides zero carbon emission, which will have a huge effect when compared to other tractors on the market. According to the European Rental Association Carbon Care, we produce 77 kg less greenhouse gas per kilometers than our competitors. In this way, we reduce our carbon footprint for the future to zero. Our administrative team consists of 3 people and 10 people work in the production part of the vehicle. We aim to create employment by increasing the number of people working in our team in parallel with our production. Our dream is to make the agricultural ecosystem more sustainable by solving the biggest problem for farmers, the diesel costs. Thank you for listening us. You can reach the social media accounts and related links with the QR code on the screen.
Amazing. So we have right now Orkin and Oytun from 60 Dynamics who are also representing Turkey. And I think just wanted to cross check as well with Victor. We have 3 minutes from now to start with the Q&A, and I will ask our jury members to raise your hands, and Victor will let me know who has been raising your hands. But I think for this round, I would like to invite Parisa Asban to bring your questions to Orkun or to Oytun as well. Suban, we can start with you.
So thank you so much for the presentation. I have 2 questions. First of all, like you were mentioning about the gas-run tractors, I suppose there might be some subsidies by the government in that sector for the farmers. I'm not really sure if it's the same in Turkey, but I know for a lot of countries that's the case. So are there any initiatives for the EV run tractors by the government to increase to basically promote that? And if there are such initiatives by the Turkish government, how would that affect their price point or maybe profitability?
Okay, thank you for the question. There is no such a thing called in Turkey, as you mentioned, because there is no such thing as an electrical tractor or any type of electrical vehicles. I'm just talking about the tractors. Any type of vehicles are not really popular in Turkey right now. So there are no any legal things or there's nothing about this, and so there is no barrier for us.
Okay, no, but I was asking more about not in terms of barriers, but in terms of government support.
Okay, and also no support, because yeah.
Okay, and then my second question was more about the market expansion that you're targeting, Azerbaijan, and then maybe moving into Iraq, Syria. Those regions are maybe perceived a bit politically unstable from an investment point of view for investors. So how do you plan to get them on board for maybe helping you reach out those markets?
Okay, first of all, thank you again. And if you want to gain a share in those regions, as you mentioned, there are some political crises in Iraq and Iran, but this is about their inner problems. When it comes with Turkey, diplomatically, it's fine, especially with Azerbaijan. If you know, Turkey and Azerbaijan has a really similar culture, and if we are talking about the farming sector, it's really similar. This region, especially Middle East, is very farming-based economy they have. So if we can just forget that and pass that barriers about political and diplomatical, we can gain a share there. Thank you.
No, but my question was more about getting the investors on board to help you expand in those markets.
Getting investors from those countries?
Yeah, like even if you are seeking investment from anywhere in Europe or any other region, because of the political instability in those regions, investors might not see a direct return on investment, so they might be hesitant to get on board. How do you plan to get them on board for that?
Yeah, you are right, but when we can make what we dream in Turkey, we are going to promote it in other countries and other investments with our channels that we have right now. We have some connections with also the government. So if we can just make things happen in there, we can do this. They will know us.
Thank you.
That's the way we hope.
Okay, thank you to Shaban and to the team the team from 60 Dynamics, I will kindly again ask to the jury members to bring one question so we can also diversify our questions among you and give everyone the chance to bring the questions, which are all of them relevant and brilliant for this event. Now we can say that we have finished all the pitches, and I want to make a online big applause, or we can all have a big applause to everyone who has joined in. I just want to thank as well the teams that we have different European representatives from Ukraine, Turkey, France, Ireland, and as well Ukraine again with Max AH. And now what we are going to do is that the jury members have to deliberate who will be the top 3 for each theme, especially for urban solutions, that will go to the semifinals of the global final on October 27th. And they also have to choose what would be the top 1 from each for this session when it comes to urban solutions. And they will have to pitch again this afternoon in front of a new jury for cash prizes. The cash prizes were mentioned at the beginning, but then the first prize would be 1,500 euros. The second prize would be 1,000 euros, and the third prize would be 500 euros. And the fourth place for the theme related to urban solutions will be presented to as a wildcard nomination. That means that the team of Climate-Launchpad will take a look of all those 4 places, or those called wildcard nominees from around the world, and they will have to choose the Climate-Launchpad team. They will have to choose the 10 teams that will pitch at the semifinals for the global final, and that will be as well announced by the end of the month. So just keep in mind as well, and also all of the top 3s and wildcard nominees will be announced this afternoon. For the top 1 teams, you will be contacted directly by the team from Climate-Launchpad regarding your pitches for this afternoon. So just be aware and be prepared if you receive the email from Denise or from Edric, and I think it's also Ant. And as well, I think Victor already shared in the chat what is the link for the live stream that is going to start today from 1 p.m. And then we will have the the top 8 teams that will be pitching again starting from 2:30. We will also have as a guest lecture, a fascination lecture from Dr. Hardine de Vries, which is a climate psychologist, and she's also a colleague from TPM from TU Delft, and she will be revealing what will be the secrets of the psyche, human psychology, and how our way of thinking can create barriers to starting a sustainable business, and more importantly, how to overcome them. For those of you that will go on to the next step, good luck. And I hope that you do like the best outcome for your pitches on the biggest stage this afternoon. And for those who might not hear your names announced this afternoon, just keep in mind that this is also like a brilliant, outstanding experience. You have been selected by being the representative of your countries as the best teams, and the use of that network that will also help you to build what will be the outcome for your businesses for the future. So this is just one step in your business journey for sure. And lastly, I'm going to stop sharing, and I think there are some comments in the chat, but before finalizing this session, I will ask Victor if we can make a photo group to remark this moment before we all go and continue with our daily life or daily schedule for today. I don't know, Victor, are we ready for that?
Yes, sure. If everyone's okay with that.
Yeah, if we can, if everyone is okay with that, we can open our or enable our video option, and yeah, just to have like a short. Is it possible for everyone? I don't know that we have
I mean, it is for me.
That's yeah. So anytime, Victor, just let us know and we can just wave our hands or whatever action
Yes,
just close this kind of the formality of the session as well.
this session is recorded as well. So
Okay, we can count down 3, 2, 1.
Impact.
Nice. Thank you so much. And I also appreciate the time from Arjane, Parisa, Eric, and Shuban. And what I'm going to ask right now is to all the representatives of the different startups to leave the room, and we will stay a little bit longer with Victor and the 4 of the jury members, if it's that okay for all of you. And thanks everyone, and see you this afternoon.